Hi, this is Ray Armatino. Today I'm actually going to do my testimony, where I've been and where I'm at now. I'm going to try to condense it and do it fast, but I just want to show you a small example of, I kind of hung around here for a while, and even had nights where I would spend the entire night in a dude's car because we were waiting for drugs, and actually sleep in a dude's car here. I won't mention his name. Anybody that sees the house that knows me will know who he is, but and actually just sit there and wait for drugs and probably, be sick from it, and because that's what, oxys and, which was my preference, but if you couldn't get oxys, any opiates would do. And it's just a horrible, horrible life, living sick. I recommend any kids, anybody out there that starts taking, Percocets or anything like that, if they have a good grip on themselves, a good handle, and know how to do it. Because I definitely didn't. And can you imagine spending a night in a cold car there in that yard, just sweating your butt off in the seat because you're so sick, but you're freezing because it's cold out, and your back's hurting and you feel like you're gonna puke, it's just horrible. I'm actually gonna move this. I actually, I started using drugs when I was 14, maybe 15. Started eating acid and hanging around with kids around the block in Watertown. I'm not friends with most of them either. There's beefs, or most of them weren't good friends anyways, because they would hitch onto your girl the day after you broke up with her, and then when you seen that do that to them, you did it back, and then all of a sudden they're mad, so they don't like when it comes around. But besides that, we were smoking pot, and that's all we did. I became an alcoholic really, really young. By 19, I would drink a case of beer plus rum and Coke shots and Jaeger bombs, Jägermeister, whatever. I would drink all that stuff, just down, taking ecstasy. Wake up to depressing days, but then you go back and you do it all over again, and you wake up in bed with a girl you don't even know who she is, and it doesn't mean anything to you, and you just can't wait to crawl out of that bed. But I started selling drugs. I'm already, my family has a family-owned business, so kind of had it made already, but I just felt like selling drugs. I liked the lifestyle. I liked being stupid and idiotic, and I made a lot of money doing it, and I saved all the money. And then what happened is, cops, I started to get hot, and I just decided it was time to quit. And I just kept blowing through that money like nothing, and ended up getting hooked on pills. I started with Percocets. I got hooked on oxys, and if oxys weren't around, any opiates would do. To the point where you had no money, and if you had to burn somebody, you burned them. I was getting burned when I was selling drugs by my best friends. Because heroin and all that was around, and they were, a couple of them were already using it before any of us even knew what was going on, and it was really a killer. But I've forgiven all of my friends because of where my heart's at now. But I've ended up burning people myself, and have problems. I've gotten jumped. I've jumped other people. I got to a point to where I got really, really violent. I'd carry my knife on me and other things I'm not going to really speak on, but I really didn't care if somebody killed me or if I killed them. I got to the point to where there was one person where I was gonna definitely do it, and thank God for the prayers of my mother and everything, and the church and a lot of the Christians that I grew up with, my mom's friends, just sending prayers out there for me, really, I believe, kept me safe. My buddy Smalls, if you don't believe me, his name's Dwayne Lamar Dunn. He's in prison right now in Arkansas for almost killing somebody, and I was up there with him. That's where I stayed up there with the Freemasons. That's when I really started digging around back into religion and stuff, because I noticed that they had pentagrams and they were lying to me at first, telling me that they didn't worship Lucifer and this and that, and finally we got it out of them, because they're him and his wife, well, not his wife wasn't, but he was over a 32nd degree Mason, and they gave me a lot of paperwork on it and stuff, and it's pretty crazy. They believe that they're able to worship. But back to me, so I've been through all of it. I've been the worst scumbag you can possibly be. No money, willing to do anything to get my hands on some dollars just so I can go use some drugs and to go do nothing. I've always had a place to live. I've always had a little something, but like literally, like once I get my life going, I would I'd get off drugs for a little while, get my life going, and then get back on them and start selling everything I bought, like jewelry or DVDs, anything like that, and that you can get a couple bucks off of, and it's just a nightmare, man. It just gets worse and worse and worse each time you go back, and I've dipped into the worst lows, and like I wanted to kill myself. I wanted somebody else to try to kill me. I wanted to kill somebody. There was a couple people I had beef with that I really didn't care about doing time the rest of my life in jail. I grew up scrapping with people. That's how we were. We fought whoever said talk any. It's hard not to swear too a lot too when I'm trying to tell these old times, because that's what a lot of it was. But people talk junk, and you're growing up as kids and you got this macho thing going, but when you mix drugs and alcohol in the situation, there's one kid, I took him for about $1,500, but it actually wasn't the case. I took his money. He actually offered me $3,000, and I didn't take the whole $3,000 because I didn't need it. I had my own money. I had trust funds. I'm a trust. My grandfather left me trust funds, so that's how I've gotten like tons of my money. So and the only way I know how to make money is by playing poker. Thank God now I have I'm getting a loan to go to school, and I'm going to be a drug counselor, and hopefully be able to help some people. But yeah, that's what happened one time, and when I came back, I told the dude, I said, I got burned. I came back, my face was all bloody. I got jumped to nothing, and that was before I started carrying any weapons on me. I've been shot at. I've had guns pointed to my head. Been dragged inside of houses. I've done my share. I'm not scared of, at the time, I'm not scared of anybody now because of the love of the Lord in me, and, it's just, I don't know, I never was scared. I always didn't care. I don't know. I had one friend die when I was younger, in a car accident from drinking and driving and everything, and, he was using some hard drugs. He smashed into a tree, and it changed me the wrong way. It made me worse rather than learn from it and go to a better lifestyle. I didn't. And instead, I just got worse and started drinking more. And, that was when I was younger, but it was a big turning point in my life. It's just really tough. My brain is finally starting to work again after not using drugs for the last, 3.5 years now. I was in a program, actually, where I finally said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Unfortunately, the devil found a way to attack, because I had a lot of lust in my heart, and, there's the most beautiful girl in the house, and she's only a year or two older than me, and she likes me, and we're not supposed to get involved, and we got involved with each other. We got caught and kicked out, and so I got in the methadone program from there, and I'm actually on methadone right now, but my days of doing all that stuff are over. I was up to 120 milligrams. I'm at 50 now, and I've been coming right off it, and it's the end. And NA teaches you that you're a junkie forever. That's not true. If you keep looking at yourself as a junkie, then you're going to keep feeling down on yourself, and you're going to keep putting yourself down, and you're never going to get up. And that was part of my problem too. And the whole thing is you got to really want it. And when like I said, with the Masons, and then when I really did this program, when I came home, my buddy's in jail. He stabbed somebody, and as it was a good thing I left, because I would have been a part of that. He's still in jail now, and it's like 5 years later. We were violent. That's just how we were. But I mean, praise God now that I didn't stick around for that, and it was only by the grace of God that He took me out of that situation before it happened. Only by the grace of God. And I'm definitely proud to say that, the truth will set me free, and this is the truth about me. I've changed my life, I want to keep just moving forward, and that's what I've been doing, and things are getting so much better, and, Jesus has definitely changed my life. God has changed my life from being complete scum, scum of the earth, and selling drugs, using drugs, doing whatever I had to do to get them. I never robbed any houses. I didn't get too crazy like that, but I would burn somebody that was trying to sell me drugs, or, people did it to me before that also. So, it's a part of the game that happens, and, I was a real wise guy. Anybody said anything to me, I just really didn't care, man. Just you find out a lot of people, when you're out there doing that they're all talk. They're just really a bunch of punks, and, once it comes down to something happening, they really don't, they don't want to stick up for themselves at all, and that wasn't me. I was ready to go in and die for even one of my friends who probably wasn't even treating me that good. Yeah, I've been to the lows and even worse, and I can tell you, music, this hip-hop music, is another thing that really helped me change my mind is watching them doing all the signs now they do. This is a representation of 666 and the eye of Lucifer. Actually, the left eye is called the third eye. It's not a Lucifer. It's on the back of our dollar bills in the middle of the triangle, and that's why Jay-Z does that all the time and puts his eyeball in it. And if you watch now, you got Rihanna dancing inside of pentagrams with the Baphomet horns on, and it's all satanic stuff. It's all right out of the book of Satanism and Luciferianism. So, I don't have any of those videos out. I will be putting some of those videos out once I'm not just using my phone anymore. I'm connecting my laptop up and my desktop, and I'll be able to put some of those videos out. And me and my buddy are going to do me and my buddy Derek, he's another guy that got clean, and me and him do a lot of I wouldn't call it investigating, but we know a lot of stuff. We've done our studies with books, and we we use the computer, and we've actually gone to places to double check it. But we're gonna do a little documentary on Freemasonry, and we're actually going to go up there, and I don't know if we're going to go, which place exactly we're going to go to, and I'm not going to mention it now, but it's in Connecticut. There's a few of them, and they're strong in Connecticut, and uptown New York. Well, they're strong everywhere, but uptown New York, there's Illuminati. There's Illuminati in Connecticut. But you can't just be a Freemason and be Illuminati. That's further down the line, unless you know about that stuff. But that was me, and a lot of that stuff, just seeing everything and watching our country crumble now. Our dollar's about to lose 60%, and I got somebody telling me that I'm brainwashed. How am I brainwashed? My eyes are more open than ever. Our country's falling apart. 60 cents to the dollar is going to be lost. And when Obama finally gets his Obamacare out, he's going to want us all implanted with chips. And it's already being done. People are having chips put inside them. And yeah, okay, Mr. Circle of Trust or Cut, you can see I'm making that up, but it's all over the place. You just say anything you want anyways, dude. Go ahead, expose me, do what you have to do. Tell something they don't, tell somebody they don't already know about me. All I know is that now, I just, I pray for other people. I don't want to see people, especially kids, fall down the same paths that I did, and it's really horrible. It sucks, and kids are getting molested everywhere and stolen, sex slavery, sex trades, and it's just horrible, and people that do it, they wouldn't want it done to themselves, and just like stuff I was doing to other people that, I wouldn't have want done. I had it done to me anyways, but I wouldn't have want done to me by, with the things with drugs, activities, and stuff. So now I'm proud to be saved by the Lord today, and by God, by feeling His love, and that I'm not scum, and I was never really scum. I just was going through some hard times, but I'd rather see somebody hear my message and know all the dirt on me rather than go through it themselves if they can learn anything from me. It's just, don't get involved with it. Stay in school, go to college, hopefully, our country's going to turn around, but just be aware of what's going on around our country. And, my mom, this is like the third time this month that she's having people hit up her banking account and trying to spend her money, and it's just because of all the faults in the system, and technology's moving so fast. But again, like I said, I've been to the bottom, and now I'm feeling great, driving nicer cars. I always have things. God always, to the glory of God is the reason why I do. And I'm not that same man anymore, and I won't ever be again. I'm moving forward, and I'm moving on, and it feels good. And also, go Red Sox. I almost got this membered by a family member that's a Yankee fan. Boy, they hate me, just because the Red Sox might win another world championship. That's their issue. I don't really worry about it that much. If the Cardinals win, good for them, but I want to see my Red Sox win. Whatever happens. I'm used to the worst in baseball and the best in baseball, so whatever. But today, I'm saved by Jesus. I hope that you can be.